I'm your host, Audrey Williams, and it's another Friday bursting with hope and possibility. Today, we're channeling that energy into fresh ideas and modern infrastructure, the very tools that will take us to the next level as a nation. But first, let's head over to our newsroom for the latest updates.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, August 15, 2025. Parliament has been dissolved to make way for the general election on September 3. Governor-General Sir Patrick Allen today dissolved the Parliament by way of a proclamation issued on the advice of the Prime Minister. The dissolution marks the formal end of the current parliamentary term and is in keeping with the constitutional requirement that a general election be held within 5 years from the date of the first sitting of Parliament following the previous election. All seats in both the House of Representatives and the Senate are therefore now vacant. Consequently, all pending bills, motions, and unfinished business before the Houses or their respective committees will lapse. However, the Prime Minister, Leader of the Opposition, all Cabinet Ministers, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and President of the Senate will continue to serve in their official capacity until a new government is appointed by the Governor-General following the election. Nomination day has been set for next Monday, August 18. With the country at a record low unemployment of 3.3%, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says his government is focused on further lowering the figure and keeping more persons employed. Pointing out that there are an estimated 50,000 persons who are unemployed, Dr. Holness says efforts are being made to engage and train them for the labor market.
The issue with the unemployment is not that there are no jobs. It's the mismatch between the jobs that are available and the skills that are there. So we are doing everything to get our workers skilled so that they can take up the jobs that are available.
The Prime Minister asserts that the growth trajectory of the country is now seeing a sustained level of high employment, which must be maintained to improve the lives of citizens.
If we keep on this path of low unemployment for the next decade, it means that 97% of the labor force would be earning an income for 10 years. Once you start to earn income, there is the possibility of savings and the acquisition of assets. It changes the household profile and it breaks intergenerational poverty.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister is urging stakeholders in the tourism sector to move away from cheap labor for profit and instead embrace a model where value is created to benefit both labor and capital.
If you do it any other way, that is to exploit labor to make profits, then you set the political context for a struggle for labor to get more. And then what that drives is inflation. So the model that we want, and all the people who I speak to here who are in tourism, I've been very clear that they must invest in the workers so that they can increase their productivity, so that they can increase value, which can be fairly shared between workers and capital.
Dr. Holness was speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony for the Moon Palace Resort in Montego Bay earlier this week. He says the reality of great dissatisfaction with remuneration and conditions of pay must be addressed.
The government does acknowledge that if we're going to improve service as a service economy, there has to be an increase in the level of remuneration and reward for the workers. And I think that needs to be said so that our tourism workers are reassured that our model of development is not exploitative.
5 young fishers from St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland have been empowered to enhance their productivity and safety at sea. On Wednesday, the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, through the National Fisheries Authority, provided the fishers with vessels and engines that are designed to go further out to sea. They were provided under the government's Fisheries Production Incentive Program and were handed over at the NFA office in Black River, St. Elizabeth.
We have to ensure that our young people are taking on fisheries as a profession. And the best way to do that is to reduce some of the issues, the barriers of entry, to provide them with that boat, with that engine, so that they can go out there.
The Fisheries Minister says the boat and engine distribution program, which caters to registered fishers aged 18 to 35, is to be an annual venture.
It will run for the next 5 years, where we've started by doing 20 boats and engine at a cost of about $46 million. So across the country, Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Clarendon, St. Thomas, St. Catherine, St. Mary, St. Anne, St. James, we are going to be giving out boats to fishing beaches. So over 20 fishing beaches will be touched this year from this program.
He says there are plans to expand the program, increasing the number of boats for distribution annually from 20 to 40. One of the beneficiaries, O'Neill White, expressed gratitude for the support.
I'm very, very grateful for it. This will help not just me, but also my community members and my families and my friends, because this is this token will help to provide more food for each and every one of us. Before, it was a little bit challenging going to sea because we didn't have the right equipment to go further at sea. So with this token now help us to go further, so we can able to get a better catch with fish, lobster, etc. You name it.
Minister of Finance and the Public Service Favour Williams has announced her intention to seek Cabinet's approval to fund the Marcus Garvey Public Sector Scholarship Program for another 5 years. The announcement was made during Tuesday's awards ceremony in Kingston.
The Marcus Garvey Scholarship embodies our vision for a stronger, more capable and innovative public sector, one that is equipped with the advanced knowledge, global perspectives, and practical skills needed to meet Jamaica's most pressing challenges. It is not merely about financing education. It is about investing in leaders who will transform ideas into action and policies into measurable results.
Established in May 2020, the scholarship is a 5-year investment in the future leadership of Jamaica's public service, with $1 billion allocated over its initial term. Awardees can pursue postgraduate studies at world-class universities in Jamaica, North America, and Europe. This year, 30 awards were presented, including 5 recipients from 2024, whose recognition was delayed due to unavoidable circumstances. And finally, the Cathedral of the Holy Trinity Church in Kingston was at capacity attendance on Thursday for the Thanksgiving service for the life of the Honorable Don Wehby. He was described by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness as a national figure whose presence was felt in the boardroom, the Senate, the community, and in the hearts of the people whose lives he touched.
His passing has left a void, not just in the Grace Kennedy family and the Jamaican business community, but in the fabric of our nation. Don Wehby's life was defined by a deep and abiding commitment to his country.
Mr. Wehby's career spanned both the public and private sectors as Senator, Government Minister, Board Chair, Honorary Consul, and Chief Executive Officer.
He saw business as a platform for social impact, investing in communities, nurturing young talent, supporting education, sports, and the arts. His leadership was anchored in values of integrity, fairness, and respect. To the Wehby family, I extend the deepest condolences of the government and people of Jamaica. We thank you for sharing Don with us.
Mr. Wehby passed away on Saturday, July 26 at age 62. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
This message is brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
Do you have the financing to support a long-term investment program in water? And the answer to that is yes, because we have managed the economy in such a way as to be able to do that. we deliberately make a point of every week either breaking ground, handing over, turning on, not announcing, because it shows you the track record of delivery. So you can have faith in that yes, you don't have it now, but there is a program in place backed by good fiscal management so that it can project the revenues into the future to support the future project. And that's what you want. You want government policy with endurance.
The proceeding was brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
Thanks for staying with us. Technology touches almost every part of our lives today, and while our children often use it for fun and play, the Ministry of Education is taking it a step further. They're harnessing the power of tech to transform classrooms and redefine how students learn. Our upcoming feature explores how that is taking shape.
Once upon a time, technology in schools was seen as a luxury or even banned, depending on school rules. But times have changed. Today, from tablets to smartboards and apps that bring lessons to life, technology has moved from the sidelines to the very heart of the classroom. In this feature, we will explore how the Ministry of Education is reshaping the learning landscape through technology empowerment. Our journey begins at the Ministry's Media Services Unit, a digital production hub where everything from textbooks to teacher guides and interactive video content are created to support the nation's evolving learning needs.
The Ministry has several strategies for integrating technology across the system. First, the Ministry developed a national ICT in education policy that provides a framework for the provision, use, and management of technology within the education system. As it relates to the national standards curriculum, we have ICT attainment targets and suggested tools for teaching and learning. As it relates to administration, there is the Education Management Information System, known as the EMIS, and that is used to support our school leaders to make data-driven decisions. As well as we provide equipment in terms of devices, internet access, and digital learning platforms to enhance the teaching and learning experience.
In addition to that, over 400,000 Google Workspace accounts have been issued by the Ministry, giving students and teachers access to Google Classrooms.
We have also have a broadband initiative, two initiatives actually, broadband and Wi-Fi. With broadband, we are providing improved internet access across the system. So approximately 723 schools have benefited from broadband. There's also Wi-Fi. We have over 323 schools that have benefited from Wi-Fi. That's in the first phase. And in the second phase, we have earmarked over 696 locations that will be receiving Wi-Fi.
But digital learning isn't one size fits all.
So there are several strategies to support our students with disabilities. There is the accessible digital textbooks. We have speech-to-text and text-to-speech software. These are digital books that are presented in alternative As it relates to school level support, for example, at the Salvation Army for the Blind, there is software to support our students. Schools for the Deaf, through partnership with the National Education Trust and e-learning, they have also provided assistive technologies to cater to our students' needs.
Behind every empowered student is a well-equipped teacher.
Our teachers at the pre-service level, they have access to webinars and workshops, online courses, and we have collaborations with both local and international partners. For example, we have over 780 hours of training for our teachers, both pre-service and in service. The pre-service teachers, they benefit from online courses. We also support our teachers through mentoring, where we pair beginning teachers with more experienced teachers to help them to make that transition. We have also ensured that our teachers who are in practice or in-service teachers, they have access to a suite of professional development courses to strengthen their ICT skills, because we are about building a digital competent teachers throughout the system.
As technology becomes part of daily life, the Ministry of Education is using it as a tool to drive growth and success for students.
Tech-based education is here to stay, and so there is funding arrangements to support technology use in schools.
Our journey doesn't end here. In our next episode, we'll visit a school where tech isn't just engaging students, it's transforming academic outcomes.
Embrace your rhythm and keep dancing through life. Don't lose your groove. Life challenges can slow you down, but remember to find your rhythm. Keep moving, keep grooving. Find your groove and never lose it.
Like chess, we all have unique strengths and challenges, and winning depends on smart strategy. Up next, see how one school is using chess to sharpen students' critical thinking skills.
There are so many benefits of chess. You know, chess helps with your mathematical skills. Chess helps with your reasonability. Chess helps with strategic thinking. Some people don't understand. Chess also helps with your patience level. You have to be patient to play the game of chess.
And that includes being patient with people who are just learning the game, especially when instructing younger players.
Good morning, my chess stars.
Good morning, Coach.
All right, today we're going to continue another game of chess. Please shake hands and begin.
Here at Don Wehby Christian Academy, students are offered the opportunity to learn this highly analytical game through the school's chess program. Starting from as early as 4 years old, they are learning how to think critically while keeping their composure in high-pressure situations.
chess helps with the discipline, going through it. So the discipline of, sticking to it, getting a task done and completing a task and things like that.
Right, boom, left, right, left, right, left, right, boom, on here, left, right.
The children love him. He makes chess fun, exciting, and so the children look forward to having him every week. The Ministry of Education has changed the curriculum in that students are now encouraged to think more critically. In the past, when we were doing the GSAT program, it was not as geared towards that. Now with the PEP program, where they have to do what you call performance tasks and ability, their critical thinking skills is something that must be emphasized. And I think that chess is one way of getting the children to be more critical thinkers. The mission of the school is to create students who are well-rounded. That's one. And of course, we want to ensure that we offer them a holistic education that allows them to operate in a global environment. We have an honor roll system here where we recognize students who are producing an average of 90% and over in their exams, midterm and end of term. And of course, we have noticed that the children who play chess, they are generally on the honor roll. As long as I am here, I know that chess will continue to be a part of our program, and I want to encourage parents as well. Even if chess is not offered at the school, they can get their children as a part of a program, because I know that there are programs outside of school, so parents can get involved.
Approximately 60% of our body is made up of water. It is recommended that we drink 8 ounces 8 times throughout the day, every day. But why drink water when we can all consume something way more fun? Well, if it's alcohol, did you know that too much can lead to stomach problems? Or how about sodas? They have no nutritional benefit. Yeah, it's just sugar. Also, too much sugar from the drinks you consume can increase your risks of heart disease, weight gain, high blood pressure, and inflammation. Ugh! On the other hand, drinking water not only prevents dehydration, but will combat these issues. Drinking water can also help adjust your mood. It can prevent and treat headaches, as well as keep you from a hangover when applied in between giddy refreshments. All that sounds good, but you may be thinking, surely there are other ways to deal with those issues. So why drink water? Why? Why? You may say. Well, here are some fun facts. Drinking lots of water gives you wonderful skin. That's right. Water helps to clear up those pimples and wrinkles from premature aging. All before them young. We're getting off topic here. Water helps to control your weight. Yeah, it has no calories. When you drink sugary drinks that are high in calories, you are stacking on those pounds. But water keeps you full and staves off any cravings you may have. Hello, excess fat, where? Sing with me, trim and keep going to the gym though. Keep going to the gym. Water helps to regulate your blood pressure. Dehydration can cause drops in your blood pressure that could harm your internal organs. But drinking lots and lots of water helps you maintain a healthy blood flow consistency. A more fun fact, if you're going to give blood, drinking lots of water beforehand keeps you from acting boozy. Getting woozy. That is to the point of fainting from lowered blood pressure. So, drink your water and be sure to donate. You could save a life. Water also regulates your blood temperature. Yeah, drinking water helps to reduce strain on your body during exercise and helps to maximize your physical performance. It gets your kidneys functioning properly. Yes, those kids need, get it? Kidney needs lots of water. Water helps the kidneys preserve the body's homeostasis. Homeostasis, there we go. Flushing too little water through the kidneys can lead to kidney stones. You see, water helps to dissolve minerals and nutrients in the body and remove waste. If there isn't enough water, these minerals and nutrients build up in the kidney and become kidney stones. When there is waste in the kidney, it forces other vital organs to work much harder than they would have had to. These issues can lead to kidney disease and kidney failure. But drinking a lot of water keeps the kidneys happy and healthy and functioning properly. Gosh, I need some water after that. Drinking water makes digestion way better. Water intake dilutes your stomach acid and helps food waste to pass through the body much easier. Without this, you may find yourself suffering from heartburn, constipation, feel that burn, and stomach ulcer. Now what is happening here? Your stomach would have been experiencing increased concentrations of acid because your intestines could not break down the food you consumed. Neither could it transport food waste through your body, all because you did not drink enough water. Joint problems? Say no more. Water helps form the necessary lubrication for your joints to prevent friction and pain as the body moves. Yeah! Lotion for your bones! It makes your brain function better. Bet you didn't know that, huh, brainiac? And overall, water boosts you up. Is that the saying? I don't know. All I'm saying is drink plenty of water. So, those are the facts. Now, were they fun? I don't know. And don't forget the little ones. Hydrate the pitney them. Now, we recognize that you may want to consume something other than water some of the time. So, sip on some unsweetened tea. Maybe while sipping tea, have some coconut water. After all, you live on an island. Duh. And here are some tips to help you drink more water in case you're having difficulty. Carry a bottle filled with water every day and keep it in plain sight so you don't forget to drink. Add some lemon or civil oranges to improve the taste. Serve water during meals instead of juice and other beverages. Where there is water, there is a way. I'm sure that's not the saying, but work with me. After all, water works. Drink up!
From historic victories to everyday acts of resilience and joy, countless moments make us proud to be Jamaican. At one of our recent festivities, JIS asked attendees to share their greatest moment of being Jamaican.
My greatest moment of being a Jamaican is when I'm watching, champs or the actual races and I'm seeing where they're winning. Just to born in Jamaica, that's great.
My greatest moment of being a Jamaican is when I get to cook. Yeah, I might not look it, but I love to cook.
One of my greatest moments of being a Jamaican is the Olympics, when the men came in first, second, and third.
That wraps up today's program. I hope you're leaving with something new and inspiring. Join us tomorrow for another exciting and informative show. If you missed any part of today's magazine, you can catch the full recap and explore even more content on our website at jis.gov.jm. I'm Audrey Williams. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.